Hello and good morning, Sudoku friends. Today is August 1st, 2023, the last of the summer months, at least here on the Northern Hemisphere. We are once again looking at the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Let's have a go. There's an 8 and an 8 here blocking these 6 squares, and these two 8s block these 4 squares. So we need an 8 up here. There's a 2, 5, 8 blocking here, so these squares must be a 2, 5, 8. There's a 2 and an 8 blocking down, so here's a 5. So this is a 2 and an 8. The 8 blocks down, so here's a 2 and here is an 8. These 7s here block these 4 squares, therefore 7 goes here in this position. These, of course, must be a 4, 9, and a 3. Therefore, these must be a 1 and a 6. We got a 3 and a 5 here and a 3 and a 5 here. So 3 and 5 go in 2 of these 3 squares here. Speaking of 3s, this 3 blocks across, so does this. So here's a 3. One, 2, 4, and a 9 here. So 2 goes here in one of these squares. Are we done with the 8s? We seem to have found quite a lot of those. Let's see. We still need 8s in the right suit here. So an 8 must go here or here and here or here. So we're not quite there yet with the 8s. We got a 2 and a 7 here and a 2 and a 7 here. So we got 2 and 7 in 2 of these 3 squares. Three. We got a 3 in one of these squares here, blocking across. This 3 blocks across. 3 blocks down. 3 blocks down. So here's a 3. 4, 6, 8, 9. This is a 8, 9. So this is a 4, a 6. 8 must go here or here, but we knew that. 4, 9, 8, 6 here. We only have 1, 6 and 1, 4 in the grid from the outset. It's not a lot, is it? But we have been graced with 2 9s, also not a lot. And that is why I'm struggling with the 9s, the 4s, and the 6s at the moment. So we'll have to find other digits to work around this limitation. Let me look at the bottom chute again. These are, of course, 1 and 6. So for these squares, we need to find a 2, 4, 8, and a 9. And there's a 2 and a 4 and a 9 blocking this square, which therefore has got to be an 8. And now we can place the final 8 here. 4, 6, and 9 here now. We're not getting much closer to solving those. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9 here. 4, 9, 1. This is a 2, 6. Let me look at this column. It looks interesting. We need a 1, 6, and a 5, and a 2. We got a 2 here and a 2 here blocking, so One of these is a 2. We also have a 5 blocking here and here. So these two squares cannot be 2 and 5. They must be 1 and 6. So 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 2, 5, 2, 5. Doesn't really mean much right now, except does, I think. Yes, of course it does, because if this is a 2, 5, it follows that it can't be a 1. This 1 blocks across, so a 1 must go here, mustn't it? Now this 1 blocks across here. One of these is a 1 blocking over. Now we got 2 1s blocking these 3 squares, and this 1 blocks this square. Therefore, this is a 1, and this is therefore the 6. This 1 blocks here, this 1 blocks here. So for the middle row, we need a 1 in this square, and therefore a 1 must go here as well. Now 4 and 9 for these squares. This 9 blocks here, therefore a 4 goes here and a 9 here. This 9 blocks down, here's a 9, blocking across. This 9 blocks down, 9 goes here, right? What are these? 4 and 6. 6 blocks across, here's a 4, here is a 6. 4 blocks across, oh, here's a 4, of course, it's the last digit in the row. And here we'll have a 2, and here we must have a 6. So this 6 blocks up, so does this. Here's a 6. 2 and what? And 5, yes, of course. But the 2 blocks up, so here's a 5, here's a 2, and here's a 5. Now this 5 blocks across, this blocks up, 5 must go here. We know that these must be a 1 and a 2, therefore these must be a 7 and a 4. For now, they are not clear. Here we're looking for a 6, 7, and a 2. That's also unclear. We'll have to work around those. So a 4 can't go here, therefore one of these must be a 4. And therefore we have a 4 in this square, because if one of these is a 4, it blocks over here, this 4 blocks over here, and we got these two 4s blocking here and here, right? So here's a 4. And these must be a 2 and a 6. They will also have to wait for a few more moments. 6, 7, 9 here. Hmm. 5, 6, 7, 9 here. I want to look at the top row again. We need a 4 for one of these squares up here. The other numbers are a 2, 3, and a 7. So 2 and a 7, 2 and a 7. 2 and a 7 must go here or here, right? And therefore, these two must be a 3 and a 4. I think that is correct. And since a 3 must go in one of these two squares, and we have this 3 blocking across, and we have this 3 blocking up, and this 3 blocking up, it follows that this must be a 3.
I say, do you follow?
2, 7, 5 here now. The 5 blocks here and the 5 blocks here. So here's a 5. Now this is a 2, 7, and this is a 2, 7. But we knew that about the 2, 7 here, didn't we? About the 5s, though, we got this 5 blocking across, and this blocking across, and these two 5s blocking here and here. So here's a 5.
High five.
And that took care of the 5s for this puzzle. 1, 2, 6, 9 here now. This 1 blocks here and here. This 1 blocks here. So here's a 1. 2, 6, and 9. Not sure about those. We do know that this 6 blocks up here, though, and this 6 blocks across. So one of these is going to be a 6 blocking down. Therefore, we have a 6 in one of these two squares. We also need a 3, 4, and a 9. This is a 3, 4, and a 3, 4. So let's look elsewhere for the next number. And the next number might be this square here. It looks to be a 9. 6, 7, 9 across here. We got a 6 and a 7 in the column, so this is a 9. And now we can place a 9 here, in this position. 2 and 6 now. 1, 3, 4. We know that this is a 3, 4. And this cannot be a 1, so the 1 is forced into this square here. And therefore, we have a 1 here now. And I remember that we said that these two have to be a 2 and a 1. So the 2 goes here, and therefore a 2 goes here. Now I think we have cracked this puzzle, because now this is a 2, and this was a 2, 7, right? So now this is a 7. The 2 blocks across here, so here's a 2. This 7 puts a 7 in this position, and this therefore must be a 6. Now we have a 6 here. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Not a 4, 3, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's look elsewhere. Let's look here. We need a 7, and this 7 clearly blocks this square. So here's a 7, and here is a 6. I remember saying that one of these had to be a 6. Now this 6 blocks, so here's a 6. For these squares, we need a 9. The 9 blocks here, so here's a 9. And here's therefore a 4, giving me a 3 up here and a 4 here. That gives me this 4, and this 9, and this 3. 2 squares missing. This has got to be a 4, and this must therefore be a 7. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.